Hi, and welcome to today's daily reading for the 2nd of April. And today's is slightly different because what I'm going to do is just read the first page of one of my books. I've written several, but none of them are yet published. But this one was written over a few weeks, few months of having a little health issue myself. And it was born out of that health issue. So I'm just going to read it. We'll see how it goes. So, faith. Let's begin with why I started to write this book. Always a good place to start, right? Ages ago, I read a book by the wonderful Dr. Wayne Dyer, which began with him explaining that he was writing it before the story within its pages had concluded, because he believed by doing so that he could create the ending for it that he wanted. His belief worked, and by the end of the book's writing, his wish for good health had been fulfilled. I wonder if he gave the book its title, Wishes Fulfilled, before or after his wish was granted. So, like Dr. Dyer, I recently felt compelled to share my own little health story before it has concluded, because I believe, like he did, that I can affect a positive ending if I choose to believe I can and make it so. Writing in advance of the completion of my story feels like my own personal interpretation of faith. Faith in my ability to create my own future reality with, of course, the help of this big, old, miraculous universe of ours. A universe which is full of possibility and miracles, if you can just get over yourself and out of your own way. I have faith that miracles are not only possible, but that they exist all around us in every given moment of our lives. I also believe that I am as entitled to receive a miracle as the next guy. My husband, and he will not be alone in this, believes differently and often alludes to my being bonkers for entertaining the notion that I have any power to manifest what I want for myself. And I must confess to having had no success in convincing him otherwise. But I don't need to convince him, or you for that matter. I don't need to convince anyone. You see, my life isn't about him and it isn't about you or anyone else. Sorry, I got lost there. My life is about me, and therefore the proof of miracles is for me, from me, and in this particular instance, it comes in the form of healing me from my current little health issue. And although it is my job to do the healing, I believe that part of my healing will come from having the grace and courage to ask for help with it. Despite getting better at asking a select few positive-minded friends to send me healing when I need it, I am extremely discerning in who I tell about my need for healing. The last thing I want is for people to be scared for or worrying about me, because them aiming their fear and worry at me will not help me in the slightest. So that is page 1, page 1 of chapter 1, Faith. And did I give the book a title? I think I've just called it Heal Thyself, actually, at the moment. And it will make it into print at some point. And maybe that's why I've been guided to start sharing little bits, starting with this one on the daily readings, because I am, and I do consider myself an author. I'm just unpublished at the moment. I'm not published yet. So what's your take on faith? You know, I know that I had faith before I had my little illness at the beginning of last year, which had gone on for 4 years previous to that. But when I didn't heal it myself initially, I felt very much a failure, and I beat myself black and blue about that failure because I believed that my body can heal itself. So why did it not? So I went from believing to believing. There's different levels of belief. And I think I went from having faith to having faith and trust. And I went from being quite arrogant about my self-healing abilities to being humble and asking for help. And it was a humbling experience. And I'm very glad I had it, because I now have this experience of lots of elements of an illness, that potentially could go the wrong way. And so I hope you enjoyed my little reading. And I will be back tomorrow with another reading. And that's it. Namaste. Sending love to you all. Bye now.